What's up, guys? It's your boy Eric. Para los cheros, buenos días, buenas noches, por donde sea que los estén viendo en este día. Es un domingo, como siempre. Every Sunday, you guys know, like I said it, we'll be dropping a podcast, food reviews, uh, just gonna be dropping videos, see where it takes us, right? This is episode one. Um, More of an introduction and give you guys a little bit of information of what my channel is going to consist of. Still kind of in the air of exactly which route I'm going to go. I think for me, food is such an important thing for me since I was a kid. Uh, I'm a gordito at heart. um, so I think I think food is one of the most important things for me as far as what I want to do. Um, some reviews. Obviously, I started already posting. If you've been following me since the beginning of I think last month, I've already started posting some videos. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying them. Again, um, my podcast, my whole channel. I've said it very loud and very clear, with no shame. Um, Very minimal editing. Um, it's just gonna be a raw video. Um, Not only because that was kind of how I wanted to build this channel, but also because realistically I don't have the the technology as far as what I want to like how I want to edit and stuff like that. I do have some software that comes with the laptop, but honestly, I've seen some software that people do buy. Um, Eventually, maybe we will jump on that, but I mean, I don't forecast any of that soon. And again, I kind of want to give people that raw, mm, minimal editing type of feel, and that's kind of how I'm gonna base my channel, even with my podcast. I told some of my guests that are planning on coming in. I'm like, don't worry about it, man. If we screw up, we screw up. Um, I'm not gonna stop a podcast or cut videos just because I don't know you said one bad word or something like that. Hopefully that doesn't get us in trouble, right? But like I said, I'm gonna try to keep it to a minimal. There's gonna be a lot of food reviews. um, Disneyland is one of them. I mean, trust me, I love Disneyland so much, and I'm a new pass holder, so I do visit quite often. And obviously there's so much food there, and there's so many hidden gems that possibilities are endless. But obviously, I do go out a lot as far as for food because again I love food. So I will be hitting up a lot of places. Obviously, um, sticking to some of my old roots and some of my new roots, and seeing where it goes. Right. And as far as podcasting goes, some of my guests probably be um, people I've worked with in the past and that have become successful people now. Um, and then there's other friends that have these stories. And I think it's important, especially there's one particular friend that that I've known for a long time that he will be sharing his story with us. Um, Especially with everything going on in the world now. Um, like I said, today is uh, Sunday the 15th, and we all know what's been going on lately in the world, right? So um, his story is very it shows you the struggles people go through just to come to this country, right? Um, and I don't want to get too political, right? But it, it amazes me the things that are going on in this world, right? And how they're being dealt with. And I hope that one day my channel can grow and be successful enough to be able to, you know, help in any way possible, right? That's the goal, right? To always grow in a way where you can help the community. I'm born and raised in LA. I lived majority of my life in South Central Los Angeles. Went to high school there, went to middle school there. So, like I said, I'm born and raised here. Um, my parents been here 45 plus years. Of course, it it's sad as there's no way to describe that, right? So I hope his story, when it drops, obviously the podcast drops, you guys enjoy it. Then obviously there's other podcasts with, like I said, other friends that I've you know had the chance to work with in the past, and then obviously they decided to expand their career and just go another route and have become very successful people. Um, I'm just gonna have fun with it. Like I said, I'm not expecting to make any money off this. I created this channel and I created this whole thing just because it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Um, yeah, it's been maybe a year or so that I've had this thought and this dream, right, of wanting to you know pursue content creation, right. Um, but again, it was so many obstacles just to get here. And the people that know me personally know the struggle that I've been through. Um, and I won't get into much detail of what some of those struggles are right now because I'm still coping with some of it. Um, but in the near future, obviously, I will fill you guys in with what's going on with that, and slowly we're gonna get to know each other, hopefully. And like I said, uh, I hope that I can grow this channel, not only for myself but for everybody that's watching me, and we can create something beautiful, right? So, um, yeah, it's setup is still a little plain. I'm still working on it. I still have some artwork that, for some God given reason, it's taking longer than what I expected. But I wanted to get this podcast going. Um, this is video number one, obviously, so I wanted to kind of get the ball rolling, and just like this. I've seen a lot of people just say, just grab your camera, start filming, and the crowd will follow you type situation. So, like I said, I was just very hesitant of when I was gonna do this video. I'm like, I have, like I said, some of my guests are waiting to get interviewed, and they're like, when are you gonna drop? When are you gonna drop yours? Because I guess not, I guess, but it was very important for me to drop my video first as an introduction video. Um, so um, yeah, we had to, like, my guests have been waiting, and to my guests that are gonna be on this channel, I'm sorry guys, but we're finally getting through this, and yeah, we're gonna hopefully give some good content to the people. Um, like I said, I've been recording content for some food reviews already. I'm gonna be doing that daily. With the podcasting, it'll be every Sunday, and then somewhere in between that, maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I'm still debating on what day to kind of throw in the the few reviews. So it might be during the week, maybe a Friday. So, or if you guys want to vote, I mean, we can do that too. If you guys want to go, we can do it on Instagram. We can do it on TikTok or whatnot. Or if you guys drop it in the comments, be like, hey man, drop the food reviews on Wednesday, drop them on Friday. I have no problem with that. Like I said, for sure, I'm gonna be doing the podcasting on Sundays. I'll be dropping an episode every Sunday, and hopefully one day in the future we can get some good podcast going. And especially with the cast that I'm trying to bring in. So slowly but surely we're building this channel, and I hope you guys enjoy it. There's still like I said, things that I need to build in here. So bear with me, but I think it's important that you guys are here with me from the beginning, and you guys are getting to, like, build it from this and build it into hopefully something great. So that's my expectation. That's what I hope and pray for, and we can, make this channel pop off. Um, like I said, um, I'm born and raised in LA. Oh, sorry, born and raised in LA. Um, so a lot of the food joints that I'm gonna be trying gonna be around LA. Some hidden gems out there, guys. Like seriously. Um, and like I'm Salvadorian, so pupusas, chicharrón con yuca, plátanos, casamientos. That's my go-to, right? But there's I'm a die-hard rib person. I love barbecue. Um, just started getting into matcha about 6 months ago, so I've been trying to find the best matcha lately. I've been doing it right, like even before I started like filming and doing content. I have already been going to matcha places trying to find something, something really that blows my mind. Um, so, like I said, we're gonna be working. We're gonna be trying to find the best spots for everybody. And again, LA is so underrated because there's so many good gems, especially with the small businesses. Man, like they they have some bomb food, and you guys are gonna be in for a treat. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, um, you guys enjoy it. Some of my podcasting members, I mean guests, are gonna be talking in Spanish. Some are going to be in English. Some of them might be a little bilingual. So you're going to get a bit of both roles. Um, there's not going to be like one particular language. I know I'm talking in English right now, but it's an introduction. But garantizado que va a hablar español, va a hablar inglés. Y si tenemos que aprender otro idioma, we going to learn it. You know what I'm saying? We're not scared to learn. So whatever guest wants to come in here, we going to definitely, already have a few guests, but if we can, definitely get some crazy guests in here, man, more than welcome, right? So like I said, uh looking forward to it. I didn't want to make this podcast too long. um it's more of an introduction for just you guys get an understanding of what to expect from this channel, um and what you're gonna see here. um but yeah, like I said, it's just as I said, it's just a kid, man, with a dream of hoping to make something great and something good for the community, right? Like I said, especially with everything going on in the world right now. Um, yeah, it's not pretty out there, guys. But um, I'm hoping that things resolve and get better, and you know things just de-escalate. I guess you can say, because man, you don't even want to go outside, man. It's the streets are empty. I was just out grabbing some food earlier, man. The freeways are dead, streets are empty, and everybody's in fear, and rightfully so, right? With everything that's going on. So hopefully it gets better, and we can come to some type of solution or something that'll give the people peace of mind. Um, like I said, I'm Latino. My parents been here in this country for 50 years, so um, the when I spoke to them um, about content creation, um, my dad's like, "Deja de chingar, vete a trabajar." And I'm just like, oh, brother. So I've worked graveyard for about 15 years of my life, give or take. I've always worked um, in Los Angeles. You already know, graveyard at the airport is pretty much something that a lot of people do because the pay and everything, right? So I've dedicated my life, about 15 years of my life, to that airport. So I my schedule was so tough, and it was just like when I had this set up for months, and I'm like, so tired. when am I gonna get a chance? I only get to sleep like 4 hours, 3 hours. And I'm like, damn, like it was so hard for me to try to create content for you guys or try to start a content creation because of my schedule. And you're so beat from work during the week that on your days off you're just trying to recover and get ready for next week, right? You're like on autopilot, as they say, and it sucked, right? And I told myself, one day it's gonna it's just gonna I'm gonna just start it and go, right? Um, then uh, a bunch of things happen. It was like a domino effect of things that happen. Like I said, I'm still coping with some of the things that have happened, but some I'm already open to telling you guys. So, um, about a month ago, um, my company had, I think, 2 or 3 of the slowest months in their whole 100-year career, which caused a massive, massive layoff. I'm not gonna name the company for obvious reasons, um, but I was a supervisor for logistics there. Um, so I used to work there, and one day I was showing up to my normal schedule, and well, my boss was there with our station manager and head of HR, and I'm like, oh, and I remember texting my best friend. I'm like, bro, this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna get fired. And then he's like, why would you get fired? I'm like, I don't know, but I just know they're not here for no reason. And I didn't get fired, by the way. Um, they just did a massive layoff. Um, we had a total of 20 plus supervisors, and they laid, jeez, why I keep saying fire, but they laid off 10 people. And it didn't stop there. Then they started laying off the cleaning people. They started laying off regular employees. It was like a full on domino effect of how many people they were firing because of the company was basically going broke. Um, Fortunately, they were very, very accommodating as far as things like to get, unemployment money and all that stuff. And even letters of recommendations. I gave that company 4 years. 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Oh no, 5 years in August. So I was very close. I was 2 months away from completing 5 years. So you know, it's just the nature of the business, as my bosses were saying when they were sitting me down. They're like, "Hey, Eric, it's the nature of the business." And then and there, it was like a 20-minute conversation. It was just, my boss was there, and I had the head of HR right here, and then I had the station manager. And believe it or not, guys, that whole conversation of like 20 minutes that they're talking to me, just trying to butter me up, I kept telling myself, this is your sign, Eric. This is this is God telling you your content creation starts now. You were, not complaining, but telling yourself, hey, I can't do it because I don't have the time, I'm tired, etc., etc. That whole 20 minute felt like them talking to me for an hour. And in my head, I'm just like, I'm just gonna start this, and I'm just gonna record, and I'm gonna do my podcast, and I'm gonna do my food reviews. And if something comes out of it, you know, great. If nothing comes out of it, that's great too, because now I know I told myself, hey, Eric, you tried, you did it, you put 110% into your content creation. It worked, great. It didn't work, great, because you gave it a shot, you gave it a try, and you can live with it. Um, so um, we are here a month later, um, trying to get this going. So that's a little backstory of what's going on. There's obviously other details that I can't really discuss, and then there's other things that have happened in my life that I'm not ready to discuss yet. But like I said, we're gonna get to know each other a little more, and we're gonna talk about more deeper subjects as time passes. Like I said, hopefully you guys like the content. If you guys got suggestions, you guys got ideas. Um, I know my lighting still kind of sucks. I'm gonna change out some things in this room, and we're gonna hopefully make it better for you guys. Um, I still got some things that are coming in as well for when I'm blogging outside on the road. Like if we're at restaurants, and some restaurants are very kind of like iffy about recording. Um, so I've ordered some stuff. Like I said, I'm doing my best to give you guys the best reviews, and hopefully with the best equipment to try to uh, make sure you guys enjoy it and are happy with it. And like I said, suggestions, you know, comments, man, I'm all open. I'm not one of those guys that's just gonna be like, taking comments the wrong way. You guys are more than welcome to, say how you feel or what you guys thought of the content and whatnot. So I'm not gonna go crazy or flip over a couple comments, right? So hopefully, uh, it's gonna work out. Like I said, it's my first one, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. I know I'm saying hopefully a lot, but still getting over the jitters of being in front of a camera and talking to you guys, and hoping that there's no noise out there that is bothering this video, because I do got some pretty annoying dogs next door. They're cool, but sometimes when they decide they wanna get going, they get going, and they don't stop barking. Especially if like the fire department or something passes, they start howling. So I'm just like God, not a fire truck or anything, because it just creates the loudest house outside. So then we're closing in on 4th of July, so obviously people are popping fireworks. We're in LA, so it's gonna happen. So just trying to find the right times is it's nearly impossible, but we are trying to find it. I did do some soundproofing. Um, I still believe I can do a little more because I still kind of hear a little bit of an echo. Um, but like I said, this is all brand new to me. Um, Wiring up the headsets, the noise makers. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm learning all this as I go. So um, we're here to enjoy the ride and what comes with it. And I truly hope you guys enjoy it. Because I've really put in the work to build this. I've wasted a pretty penny to make sure that I have at least probably not the best equipment, but enough to make it where it's nice, it's decent. It gives you the, I guess, quality that we deserve, right? So I hope truly that you guys enjoy it, um, and continue to follow me on this journey, right? I think that's the most important thing for me. Whether I get one follower, 1,000 followers, or many followers that I get, um, I'm building this platform from the ground up, and I'm hoping that, like I said, people are here for the long run, and see this channel grow, and see me grow as a person, obviously, right? So I hope that you guys are here and you enjoy it. And again, suggestions, comments, I'm open to them. Maybe even places you guys want me to try. Um, like I said, I've driven San Diego. I've driven to Las Vegas for food. I don't. There's no boundaries to what I'm willing to try. I tell you that's from the bottom of my heart. I tell you guys, I try So much food. I've even tried shark. I've had gator. Uh, some people are like, "What the hell?" So trust me, guys. When I tell you guys, I've tried a lot of food in my time. I've tried quite a bit. So we're gonna go nuts, and we're here for the long run. So with that being said, cheers, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little introduction. It might not be the best introduction, but again, I'm trying. It's my first video in front of a camera. Little got the jitters, so I have to drink a little bit of the potion, if you know what I mean. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed this one. I will create longer videos, obviously with my guests, as the time comes. But for now, salud, mi gente.